Hello everyone, this is Tim here. If my voice sounds rough, it's because I've got COVID, so I'm still sort of recovering from that. Sorry for the delay in uploading this, it's just life's gotten in the way, like schoolwork was really intense, but here it is. Also, as a word of warning, the first 10 minutes of Sky Guy's audio sounds a little bit wrong, because basically I accidentally recorded his audio alongside mine instead of doing it separately, so it sounds a bit tinny, but past the first 10 minutes or so it sounds fine. Thanks for understanding, and I hope you enjoy. Rebooted really sucks.
Does it really suck?
Yes, it really sucks.
But it does have its moments.
Does it though?
I think the premiere is pretty solid.
Okay.
It nicely, catches us back from season 2.
Yeah.
Nice continuation.
The Surge, I enjoy the Surge. I enjoy Art of the Silent Fist.
Silent Fist is a great Garmadon, great in this season.
And I really, really like Zane's death. There we go, positives are done. Also,
I really like how they enter the Digiverse. That was an amazing episode.
Oh, I do like that one. But it's
best episode of this season.
And then the other episodes are Codename
Arcturus is a big ad.
It is.
But it's a really fun ad.
Yeah. Oh, I need to do the intro in the hello, welcome to the Skydro Whipper mini pod. Today we're ripping apart Rebooted. Anyways.
Oh, so you'll edit this then?
I'll edit this, yeah. So anyways, continuing with where we're going, yeah. So the episodes range from that was fun to oh my word, I want to die.
No, I think you're taking this ad a bit too far. I don't think it's that extreme.
No, but
episode 3 is just bad.
Oh, I hate Blackout is literally one of my least favourite things.
It's annoying.
It's bottom 5 Ninjago episodes for sure. Easily. Bottom 5.
Also, episode 7, insane.
Why?
They made Ninja go to space.
It's like I don't know, fan fiction in a way.
I don't really like how they made the Mega Weapon come back in a way. It's a very cool idea.
That part I liked. I liked the idea of the Ninjroids going into space, but did the ninja really have to follow? Come on, and the fact that they still wear their they're in space and they wear their ninja masks even though they've got the space helmets on. It's really bad. It's the Void. I enjoyed it when I was about 10. But
Which one is the Void?
The one in space.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was really cool when I was
one as a kid as well.
10. But now thinking about it, it's not very good. I think
it's just weird. That's the best way to describe it. Definitely different.
Yeah, I think Rebooted is I used to not mind this season. I will elaborate more on that later, but now it's it's not the worst season, but it's bottom tier. It's it's not good. It's
one of the shortest seasons.
Yes, although in runtime it is actually the same length as Master of the Mountain, Prime Empire, and Seabound.
Really?
Yeah, because that's
8 episodes of Wolfone?
Yeah, because that's 8 22-minute episodes, and the other ones are 16.
Oh, yeah, they have 16.
Yeah. So, technically, you can tell better stories with that runtime.
Exactly. There was actually some behind-the-scenes issues that they thought that would be 4 episodes, then it would be 10.
Then it would be 13. 8. Yeah,
so
and
they had to shorten and extend the story all the time.
That's why the story is really incoherent in a way. I kind of can't blame them for it, because they introduce so many concepts in this season and then just drop them almost immediately after.
Exactly, the stuff with Lloyd's golden power, that's dropped immediately in the 5th episode.
Tech Woo.
gone in the 5th episode as well.
No, I like Into the Digiverse, but and then what else is there? That and also like the finale. So yeah, like another episode that is
Digiverse, good episode.
Yeah, good episode. I like the Digiverse stuff. I find the Golden Ninja really cool when they do that and defeat the Overlord. That's like one of the best moments in the season. However, that should have been the end of the season. Like,
it would work as the end of the season. It would work very nicely, actually.
Yeah, because that way it's like all of the ninja do something. You know, they still, even Lloyd's sort of helpful. It concludes every plot line. Like, everything feels like it concludes. And then Pythor's like, oh, well, guess what? I vomit out the Overlord. No, seriously, what is that? When Pythor literally vomits the Overlord? Like, what was happening? What?
Exactly, like, did he, like, not digest the Overlord?
Did he swallow the Overlord? How did he swallow a computer program?
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's what I like to call a rebooted moment. But
swallow the Overlord.
Back onto positives real quick. Art of the Silent Fist, The Surge, the last scene of Titanium Ninja, and Enter the Digiverse are quite enjoyable. But the other half of this season...
And I think, Codename Arcturus is basically ended, I do still think it's a fun episode.
Yes, I enjoy elements of Codename Arcturus.
I like how it sets up on the Contrary War.
Yes, because that is definitely built upon a tournament of elements. Well, Codename Arcturus, I don't like Codename Arcturus, I'm not gonna lie. I know you really do. I'm not a fan. Like, I just find it really... Even when I was a kid, I was, I think, 10 when I first watched Rebooted, because I watched it in 2015. And I could tell it was an ad. So, like, when you're 10 and you can do, you know, because most of the time you just sort of, like, ignore it because you're a kid and you don't really pay attention to that. But I always felt a bit like, oh, wow, this really wants me to buy the X1, doesn't it?
Oh.
But, like, it's enjoyable. But also, like, it's such a weird episode because it's like, I don't like anything that isn't done by Kai in this episode. Because Zane just sort of sits... I mean, keep in mind, this is supposed to be a Zane
But
season,
Zane only gets the
like,
focus in, like, the final 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's like Prime Empire in the sense of it's a terrible
Exactly, because Zane
season,
gets focus
you know,
in, like, the first episode, then the 5th, then the 6th, and then the last one.
Because he does nothing Codename Arcturus. He sits there.
Exactly.
Pixel, like, oh, Kai.
Also, they rip off the
Kai is
Batman
insane.
signal with Jay and Cole.
Oh my gosh! I forgot.
I remember
about
seeing
that.
that for the first time, and I was just like, they really did that.
Oh no! I forgot about that. Oh, it's really bad. Oh wow. Oh, and then there's Joel. Oh my word. The double day. Okay, love triangle. We need to tackle love triangle. It is terrible. It is the worst thing in the entire show. Like, literally, I would rather suffer through, like, Prime Empire a million times than have to watch a single scene of love triangle. It is just, like, it makes half of the cast incredibly unlikable because they are all very horrible people in this season.
Oh, but it does. I do though like how it does develop Jay and Cole in a tournament.
Yes, they turn it into a good thing, but in Rebooted
it
itself,
sucks in Rebooted itself, but in tournament it's good.
So
In tournaments, way better.
It is good. Yeah, I just. But there's a scene in Blackout when they're like just breathing on each other, and I'm like, that episode is 100% why Bruce shipping is the thing. But yeah, it's so.
And then there's the bit like when in the Serpentine episode. Oh yeah, Pythor's back from the dead, by the way.
That's actually a cool idea. I do like that.
I like Pythor. I really like White Pythor. But there's the scene in which they're going down to the Serpentine like tombs and stuff, and then they're all like arguing about, oh, watch your step and being all chivalrous, and it's so bad. I hate it. And like that's everything those characters do in the season. They don't do anything as characters. They just try to one up each other. It's so.
But speaking of the 4th episode, I do really like how the Serpentines made their home from the tomb.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
that entire like Serpentine village. That was a very cool concept.
Oh, I just realised that's another dropped plotline with the Golden Master. Like, it isn't dropped because it becomes the Overlord, but you can tell they were intending on doing something with Lloyd, then just chickened
exactly
out.
Like and like they explored Lloyd's golden power for like 2 episodes, and then he just loses them. They just drop that,
and that's it. It's gone, and then they just use the golden weapons. It's a really lazy season. Actually.
I do though like
but
I do like how they
them.
came back in the Temple of Light and they get their elemental powers like from their hands now. They don't need like weapons anymore.
Oh yeah, because that's like easily the best thing that Rebooted does, to be honest. When it comes to the whole ninja team. However, also that's like. Let's talk about the Overlord for a bit.
Yeah, but Overlord. Yeah.
The Overlord sucks.
Should have. Yeah, he's so boring. He's just like, I'm evil.
He's just like, I'm evil, and that's it. It's just like, he's just of all the villains to get 2 seasons.
Like it fitted for season 2. For him being I am evil, as he literally came from darkness. But for Rebooted, he doesn't fit as being a villain in Rebooted.
Yeah. Oh, can we also? Yeah. So the Overlord's it's pretty naff villain. He sucks again here.
I do though like the concept of how he came
Pixel
back. You know, they built that building where Lloyd defeated him.
Oh yeah, I think that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. So on the topic of Borg Tower. Sarasborg and Pixel. Oh, I want to quickly talk about Pixel real quick because she's an important part of the
sucks.
Pixel sucks. I don't like.
It's
Pixel.
really boring and gave. Oh yeah, what happened with that? Zane gave her half of his heart.
Oh yeah,
and then they did Spinjitzu like together.
It's really.
But then Zane does Spinjitzu. Yeah,
really...
I don't get it. It's they dropped that completely. They forget about that.
They dropped it completely. Yeah. Also, I think Sarasborg's cool. He's easily one of the best parts of the season. And I think before we move on to the sets, can we talk about the big thing in the season, which is Zane's sacrifice?
It's good.
It's really good. The Titanium Ninja as an episode, people really like the episode because of Zane's sacrifice. I think the episode itself isn't the best. Like, they introduce elemental shields, which go nowhere. And then, like, they have, like, Cryptor. Oh, Cryptor! Cryptor's terrible. I hate Cryptor so much.
You could see that he was supposed to be set up as an antagonist, and then they dropped that. He doesn't appear for, like, 5 episodes.
And then when he does, he's just, like, a sexist. That's his one thing. He just hates women. Who knew that Cryptor was a real gamer? But, yeah. Cryptor, then he has like a fight with Nia, and Nia doesn't really win. Nia has to use Mindroid. And I don't really like that. Keep in mind, Mindroid dies
in episode 2
in Art of the Silent Fist, and then he's just alive again in the finale
because they rebuilt him because he's a fan favorite.
But what? So that's something the finale is going against it. Then it drops so many concepts. It has like the shrinking pill, which is weird, and then it has stone armor, which was really cool, but that would have been cool if they mentioned it at any other point in the show. Like maybe I don't know. I know it didn't exist, and that's why they couldn't reference it, but it's like out of nowhere we have stone armor now.
And out of nowhere, there's this temple in the middle of Ninjago that doesn't come back ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, you never see it ever again. Like, yeah,
No,
wow,
you do see it once in Hands of Time when the future is going messed up. And it's like if Ninjago never evolved in technology, that temple is there.
So if Hands of Time is what keeps you important, then you know you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Zane sacrifice, though, the scene, the rest of the episode is kind of overrated, but the scene...
And the scene that really follows after.
It's really well done. I like the flashbacks. After. And the Kai funeral is great. And then they bring him back. Practically the same episode. Which, I mean, it's a kid's show. It's fine. But that's why I prefer Nia's sacrifice to Zane's, because like it doesn't bring her back literally the same episode.
So now I think it's a good time to mention the sets.
The music's great. Yeah, I would quickly... One last point. The music is really good in that finale as well.
Yeah, music is good throughout all of Ninjago. Yeah.
There's literally only one season I'll criticize for the music, and that's Skybound, and that's because they weren't allowed to compose any new tracks apart from one. So I let it off.
And they actually do two new tracks. Yeah.
Oh, it's two. Yeah, of course. I just remembered. Yep, 2 tracks. Yeah. Anyways.
The sets. Sets were interesting.
I don't really.
I like the Thunder Raider. I wish I got that. The Legacy one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The Legacy one was better, obviously, but yeah, the Legacy ones for Rebooted have been really good, and the actual Rebooted ones, I mean, Battle for Ninjago City is a fantastic Lego set.
Yeah, that's so cool. They should remake that once.
Yeah, please, like, I really want it. The Overlord mech is part of it. I hate the design, but it's cool that they included it. It's not really a mech, is it? It's more of like a little tripod, like.
Kai's fighter is pretty cool.
Then we have... I like the Kai fighter. I like the fact it's clearly a riff on TIE Fighter as well.
I do not like the original more than the new one.
Yeah, the new one's actually one of the few times
because it's
Legacy
the cockpit like moves down. It's really weird. Exactly, and the wings don't move properly. Like, they don't move back.
What made the Kai fighter cool? What made the Kai fighter cool was how small.
And also the wings went back, and then the Legacy one they don't. They go to the front.
Yes,
it's really weird.
They don't. That's just weird. I want to get the Legacy one though, still, but I probably never will because like money. But yeah. What else is there? No, they did. Trying to think of the rebooted sets. The little hover hunter's cool.
Zane's Ninja Copter.
The Zane's Ninja Copter, I don't really like the design.
I like the cage for the Ninja. That was a cool feature. Oh yeah, the Mech Dragon. Yes. That was an ugly set. One of the ugliest Ninjago sets.
Yeah, but I like the little buggy that's.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Has. But the dragon is bad. So ugly.
Dragon's terrible. Yeah, I think rebooted sets are pretty bad. Yeah, like some of them are really good, some of them really Overborg Attack's pretty terrible. Not terrible, just meh. Okay, here's a set that is very bad, and I really, really don't like this thing. The Destructoid.
Wait, that was such a random set.
Like, what is that set though?
But there was one really cool thing that rebooted sets made. It was a polybag with Dareth, and that was the first time like a side. It was the first time that a side character was like in a set.
Dareth. Yes, it was very cool. I just had to praise.
So that was like the first time when they started to put side characters into sets.
It started the tradition. Yeah, it started that tradition, which we've gotten every year. I think since Skylar, Ronan. Wait, there wasn't really a side character for Skybound, was there?
Echo Zane, I guess, but that's Departed.
In the sets. Echo Zane, yeah. Departed obviously was...
Nelson, it had Nelson.
For anyway, that had no side characters to include. Oh, yeah, too. They basically did all the side characters from Skybound in the Departed wave. Probably because they would use a lot of unique prints on the Sky Pirates, because they all looked unique. Hands of Time also has Rowan Meyer. Sog has Harumi.
And Hutchins.
Also the villain. and Hutchins and Pixel. Oh yeah, Pixel. That's another side character that's included in the rebooted sets. She still sucks though. Yeah, I don't need to go through every set wave, but we have got side characters ever since, which is really nice. Yep. And that Darth polybag, I got it like for like £6, and I'm very lucky to have got it at that price because now it goes for a lot of money. Also Darth,
best character in Ninjago. So now we actually asked our viewers what did they think of the show. So it's good time that we go through a few comments.
Yeah. Go through on the Silly Bird app Twitter. Okay. I'm going to read this one first from Cube. Dreadful, awful, appalling, horrific, horrifying, horrible, horrendous, atrocious, abominable, abhorrent, frightful, fearful, shocking, hideous, ghastly, grim, dire, hateful, unspeakable, gruesome, monstrous, sickening, heinous, vile. Wow! I think they might like Rebooted, you know.
Okay, so there was one here from Snack. Mediocre, but still better than the previous 2 seasons. No. What? Never. Season 1,
no.
Never. What? No.
Kevin, who I'm friends with, I disagree with this, but he says it doesn't deserve much of the hate it gets. It's a great revival. Other seasons technology. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's like 3 paragraphs. But yeah, he says it's surprisingly airtight and remains one of his top seasons of the show. Sorry, Kevin, I disagree with you.
Frosty. Philip says awful sequel to one of my favorite seasons of TV.
Okay, Philip. Oh, okay, this one. I sent this to you. I'd rather eat 3-day-old cat diarrhea than suffer through the love triangle again. The Overlord was a boring villain. Pythor was pretty good. Pixel and Zane were the only decent characters this season. Zane's death was traumatic. 4 out of 10. That was from Robin. That's quite extreme, Robin. But also, I mean, the love triangle's bad.
But I don't think it's that.
That's it's not that bad. Like, I hate it, but not that much.
And Angel said, it's my least favorite. I think it's the one with the most poorly written out of all the seasons, but there's still some things I enjoyed.
Paz says good, but with some bad romance. It's more than bad romance. I mean, it's not 3-day-old cat diarrhea, but it's not, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are some of the most thoughts.
Yeah, so pretty mixed. More people liked it than I thought. I thought it was going to be a clean sweep.
But there are defenders.
Non-stop hate,
probably
actually,
because they grew up with
Rebooted.
Or something.
I mean, yeah. Oh, should we talk about that?
Exactly. Back in 2017-18, this used to be like on the top 3 seasons. How?
I think basically people liked Zane's sacrifice and nostalgia, and then people sort of looked at it and like thought, what's actually good in this season? And then there's not much to go for, is there? It's really messy, incredibly messy. Really lazy. It has some the worst storylines for some characters. There is nothing worse for Jay, Nia, or Cole than the love triangle in the rest of the show. No character suffers as much as those 3 do. Like, as a quality of character, not actual suffering. Yeah, it's like there's not much going for it. People do enjoy it now, but I don't know why. Like, I'm not saying you. Obviously, of course, you your opinion, and I would like to see why you like it, because I just don't get it. To be honest, I don't get enjoying Rebooted. So, if you like Rebooted, please enlighten me in the comments as to why you like it.
And then I'll just mention Zane's sacrifice.
Because I'd be interested to see that perspective. They will just mention Zane's sacrifice, which is undone in the literal.
And that music has lost all meaning after being reused 3 times.
But yeah. It was so has been used like 3 times. Like, that is what I will always give Seabound doing Nia's sacrifice over Rebooted. Like, Nia does not come back in that episode. She is gone. There is not even a hint of her coming back. She's probably going to come back, let's be real here. But at least they stuck with it for
the next
one
season
episode.
she'll be like, guys, I figure out my power. If they do that, that would be so hilarious. Like, guys, I figured out my power.
It would be so hilarious. I figured out my powers, and I'm here again. And that'll be hilarious. We're just depressed for a year, and that's how they resolve it. But we'll see what they do with Nia. I would like it if she says,
I mean, she
if
has to
comes
come back because
Seabound
totally sold well.
Yeah, so, don't get too attached to the idea.
Some
of
people
Nia
were like,
being
"Oh,
gone,
guys, she's never coming back. This show is real."
It's like, I love the show. Like, I love it so much, but because this podcast might make you think otherwise, I really love this show. But like, Nia, it's a kid's show. It's a toy advertisement.
Exactly, and they can't have just 5 males. They need
Let's
like a
be real.
woman in the sets as well. Diversity.
So, which is totally understandable. So therefore, like, unless they made Skylar a ninja, put Pixel in all the sets, Nia's coming back. Which, if it's done well, I am completely okay with. Because Tournament of Elements actually brings Zane back quite well. So if it's done like Tournament, which is next week...
oh yeah, I can't wait. If someone says
okay.
Tournament is their least favorite season, in the comments, that would...
Okay, Tournament. Okay, by the way, this episode might make you think we don't like Ninjago, but it's next 3 weeks will literally
exactly
just be
because next week begins the golden age.
Okay, like, yeah, which
exactly.
I mean, it is a golden age. Let's be real here. Ninjago doesn't miss until Day of the Departed, where it's like the biggest misfire ever. But there are 3 like fantastic seasons, and I'm looking forward.
So next week we will talk about Tournament of Elements,
those.
and hopefully we'll see you there. So yeah, good. The amulet.